Hi, today we're going to be making an Italian meal from raw to ready in under 20 minutes. I'm going to start by making marinara sauce. I have my crushed tomatoes and I'm going to pour them into my square steamer. I usually use low sodium. I couldn't find low sodium this time, so I'm just using regular. But just out of curiosity, I checked the store brand spaghetti sauces, and their sodium count was between 400 and 690 milligrams per serving. This tomato sauce is 220, and our marinara mix that I'm going to be using is 0 sodium, so it's still a great sodium savings. I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half, because this is a half recipe. Tablespoon and a half of marinara to the mix, and I'm going to stir it up. And then I'll pop it in the microwave for about 3 minutes. Put the lid on, I don't want to mess in my microwave. While the marinara is cooking, I am going to get our chicken ready. So I've pre-cut a couple of chicken breasts, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of our Italiano Coat and Cook. This is a healthier alternative to shake and bake, so you can coat your proteins or your vegetables and roast them in the oven. But in my case, I'm doing it in the steamer. I won't get that same crispiness, but I will get that delicious flavor. This Coat and Cook is very rich in omega-3 fatty acids. It's got flax, it's got chia. So it's very healthy for you. You can also use it to make meatballs. You don't need to use breadcrumbs or eggs because the chia acts as a binder, and the flax acts like the breadcrumbs, so it's a nice gluten-free option. Add about 3 tablespoons to a pound of meat. So that's all nicely coated, and as soon as the marinara is done, we will put that in the microwave to cook. I'll be back to show you. Our marinara is almost done, so I'm just going to show you the chicken. I'm also going to show you what I like to do with my leftover marinara. Oops. I freeze it in our ice cube molds like this, and you get perfect half cup portions of marinara. They're just the right size to use as a pizza sauce or as a dipping sauce. I really like to use the Coat and Cook to make zucchini fingers, and then that is a dipping sauce, a nice dipping sauce. Or you can take out a few if you want. If you're making spaghetti and meatballs, you can do more than just one at a time. You can thaw. And if you like a tomato sauce with a little more kick, you can use the arrabbiata, which is a much spicier version of the marinara. So the marinara is done in just 3 minutes. It's all nice and bubbly and smells delicious. You can see, nice and steamy. And now I am going to put the lid on our chicken. There are vents in the multi-purpose steamer. Make sure that they aren't pointing towards the handles. I'm going to put this in the microwave now for 3 minutes. I'll move this aside. And now I'm going to be making our noodles with our veggie twist and spiraler. We can do this 2 ways. You can make ribbons, which are nice. You could use them if you're making like a vegetarian pasta, lasagna, or you can roll them up as little rosettes and stuff them for what we're doing now, I want to make spaghetti. So I am going to be making these nice long noodles. So easy. So don't want them too long or they're messy to eat, so you can pull it out and break them, or you can score your zucchini and then they'll just break off on their own. Just be very careful. It's really, really sharp. Earlier, I dropped a fork. Normally, when I get to the end, I like to stick a fork. So let me just get a clean fork. I like to stick a fork in it. And that way I can keep on turning without worrying about cutting my fingers. And there we're done. This is always fun at a cooking class when this happens. So I have put these noodles on our multi-purpose tray because we're going to be putting it right on top of the chicken after. If you use a zucchini spiraler or the vegetable spiraler, make sure that you wash it with the brush that comes with it as soon as you're done. Takes no time at all to give it a quick rinse and a brush, and now you don't have to worry about any bits of vegetables sticking to it. And I store it right back in the box that it came in so that I don't never have to worry about losing my brush. Chicken isn't done, but we are going to continue cooking it with the zucchini. Let me just get a towel. I like to take my multi-purpose tray or multi-purpose steamer out with a towel. It makes it nice and sturdy. Make sure the vent's pointing away from me. And that chicken is very, very close to being cooked. I'll show you a piece. What I'm going to do now is put this tray that comes with the steamer right on top. I'm going to put it right back in the microwave for probably another 2 or 3 minutes. 2.5. While that's cooking, we can get our dressing ready. So I've pre-measured. This time I used avocado oil, about 3/4 of a cup of avocado oil. Well, actually I'm doing a half recipe, so half of that, and balsamic vinaigrette. And I'm putting in our balsamic dressing mix. I'll be using a tablespoon. Notice whenever I use these spoons, they fit nicely in the jar. Add a tablespoon. Give it a shake. I like to make half recipes, and that way I can make fresh every, I would say every 7 to 10 days. This is a Greek dressing that I just took out of the fridge before I started. And you'll see that it's kind of separated, and the oil is actually, it's warm in the kitchen, so it has already started to thaw, but when it was in the fridge, it was quite hard. That's because there aren't any agents in our dressings that will keep them from, keep the oil from getting hard. The store-bought dressings have like an antifreeze in them, so ours are chemical-free, and I really like that. I'm going to put this one back in the fridge. If you wanted to round out your meal with garlic bread, our urban garlic dip mix is absolutely divine when mixed with butter and put on bread. So that would be a great garlic bread to finish off your meal. We still have a little bit of time, so I'm going to turn off because no one wants to watch me just stand here, and I will be back when it's all done. microwave just beeped. It's ready. Again, be careful of the steam. I'm going to lift out, I'm going to use the towel to lift out the noodles. We call them zoodles. Chicken smells delicious. I'm going to plate a couple of pieces of chicken and my zucchini noodles. And our marinara sauce. Put a little on the chicken as well. And in under 20 minutes, I've made a very delicious Italian meal. Bon appetit!